mention that beat one more time. We're just gonna go with it. All right. Yeah.
Yo, Bash, you been tripping on them hoes.
Burn Live, y'all. Marijuana keeping y'all connected. Hashtagging these red eyes, changing the view with eye red. Keep it underage, smoking off social media. Definitely 100% killing myself. Nobody else, just me. Killing myself for your entertainment. Sitting here with my friends and family, starting a cannabisation. Hey, y'all. No offense, Burn Live. I love y'all to death, but some of these topics that I talk about, I'm gonna have to find another podcast to talk about them on, because I got guests out there that want to come on the show and talk about these discussions with us. But yet again, it's the marijuana part of the situation that they're not allowed to come on because we don't want to scratch up their image. So, with that being said, everybody, hi, how are you doing? What y'all been up to?
Doing pretty
Hello.
good.
Chilling,
Yeah, man,
chilling,
chilling, chilling.
chilling.
E-Dub. E-Dub. People like our last one-on-one, brother. They was like, dang, y'all two was up there spitting that real, spitting that gutter. Now I do got
But
some
for real,
specific stories I do want to go over. Also gonna bring up some randoms too. Matter of fact, we're gonna start off with a random, because y'all know I like randoms. You know, we like that first time reaction of hearing a story of what's going on. So to kick this off, we're gonna holler at my boy. We're gonna get into it, and I think this is gonna lead us down the right way of where we're going.
You with the truth, you're so used to being a fiend. So you think that I'm being hard on you because I won't give you no more heroin. Let me tell you something that they won't tell you. Every single one of these guys that's simping to you online, that got a major platform, that keep calling you queen, and you You have done nothing to deserve the title. You know what he doing? He your dealer. He your pusher, man. When I'm talking to you in truth. It's much more profitable for me to tell you what you want to hear. So when you come at me, I don't believe you coming at me. You coming at God. Because you think I want to deal with your nasty mouth and you coming at me just because I'm telling you the truth? Because I'm trying to save your life? Oh, man, let's roll our sleeves up. Let's get down to business. When you see your dealer is every single man that's on these platforms that's sitting here telling you what you want to hear instead of telling you the truth. When they tell you that it's in your best interest to be taken care of and you ain't got to bring nothing to the table and men's supposed to take care of everything. Look at the vessel. God said that you will know them by their fruits. When I come to you with the truth, you're so used to being a fiend. So you think that
Reactions? What y'all think about that? Basically, what I'm getting at and what I'm hearing is basically everybody that's on the internet who I think we should use TikTok for an example because for once we all three will understand the TikTok. But when you get
Yeah.
up in these growth tracks, these people that's trying to help you market you, but yet again they have a plan that doesn't really benefit you, it really help to benefit them. Those are the people what he's talking about is your pusher man, is your pimp, these people that's taking over your hard work. Matter of fact, to be crazy was I was in a group chat earlier with some good people. I like hanging out with them. You know what I'm saying? I support them. But yet again, there's nothing support because they're so drained of all the information people sucking in, trying to tell them what to do, how to do it, when to do it, get the coins, like the show, hit the heart, hit the gallery, hit this, hit that, to where the enjoyment of what they came into is when people get on the internet, it's enjoyment until the dollar sign, like, oh man, you know you can get paid for this, you know I can get paid for that. Then it becomes a work. They forget that the love of whatever they did to get on the internet came from. And that's what he mean by your pusher man. Y'all gonna let these guys, well, in girl situations, y'all gonna let these guys soup you up because yet again, we trying to build our platform. We got a little dough. We can take care of you. We can basically cash app you, get your nails done, get your hair done, pay a bill. We not around, but yet again, you're gonna follow us all over the internet. And I see that a lot on the internet with what's going on with people on this internet business.
E-Dub, you on your phone?
Yeah.
How did you get on through your phone?
Uh, like I said, so I go from the messenger, and then it'll take me to the StreamYard, but I can't get on the StreamYard with just the messenger. I have to push another button in the right hand corner. It's like some dots, and then it'll say open to internet or open to Chrome, whatever. It'll say that I gotta open up to the internet and not the messenger itself to get on.
I look light skinned than a mother. I look light skinned. Boy, who's shutting doors like that?
That was up in here, right?
I don't know. I hope so. I got
Yeah, it
headphones on.
was.
I
They
got
shut doors
headphones.
hard in here. I'd be ready to fly them off the hinges too.
But you know what? They got them little, go to Home Depot and get them little door pads that'll soften them up. That's all it is. Whoever built the house forgot it. People weren't thinking about that. What? Shit.
Everybody think about that.
Yeah, but see, in a black community, we should have always thought about that because we were not allowed to slam the doors coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And they be quick to say, I didn't slam that. I didn't slam the door.
I
Y'all
mean,
heard it.
I
Y'all
said
heard
it.
it.
I heard it too. Scared to. I thought,
What's going on over here, right?
hey, I was gonna told you I'll take a trip to Atlanta. I'm scared, but I'm on my way.
Who the
Come
heck
through
is
the
Obey Axe? Obey
Obey.
Axe. 238
I don't
And
know
what?
why.
On
on
Facebook or TikTok?
TT. Obey X 238.
I don't even know.
Me
That's one of your
neither, but
friends.
whoever they are, they removed me as a mod. I didn't even know I was their mod. Who is that?
Oh, dang.
I don't
I
know who
don't
that
know.
is. I wonder if that's make it make sense. Did he change his name?
I don't
Heck
think
nah.
so.
If he
That's the only
changes name, I'm gonna
that I
be
was
pissed
a mod
off.
for.
Now make it make sense and change his name.
Oh, yeah, that's the only person I. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. It's Obey X 238. Yeah,
Okay.
He don't like you no more or something?
I guess not.
Well, you probably ain't been around, so therefore, you know. Okay, y'all. Got some more Diddy's lawyers. Diddy's lawyers, y'all. Since y'all didn't comment on the other video.
Wait, and what's this? What's going on with Kanye? Let's touch on that
Oh,
real quick.
oh
Cause
yeah.
what is going
Oh yeah.
on?
That's a good topic. I know everything about Kanye.
No,
Please
you
fill
said
me
that
in.
about.
I'm
You
lost.
said. Remember? Okay, so in the music industry, we're gonna have to break it down before we just jump to conclusions or jump to what he's about. In the music industry is ran by basically the Jewish community. Okay,
Somewhat. Yep.
somewhat. If if we looked up the top five owners in the music industry, I guarantee they are going to be Jewish. Yet again,
No,
the
no,
allegation.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying like it's
Okay, okay.
some people that owns it that we don't know behind the scenes type of thing. And then some people
So,
that are just the gatekeepers or the front man type of thing. That's what I'm
there
saying.
she is.
There you
Yay.
go. There you go. You made it.
It took me a while.
That's okay. Welcome, welcome,
Look,
welcome.
we was trying to direct you in. Well, we glad you made it.
So, understandable that this is read by the Jewish community for in the big
Mhm.
industry, right?
Hmm.
Now, the speculations far as back as we can go back to Michael Jackson because Candace Owens covered this. Either I don't know if y'all be watching Candace Owens, but
Yeah, I saw that one.
Candace Owens been putting out there that a lot of the Jewish people has speculations of often some of our greatest artists in the industry, Michael Prince, Whitney. So under that speculation. So you can imagine that same scrutiny that he been through, that they've been through, Kanye's going through. But Kanye West is expressing it in a modern day society instead of doing it like how Michael and Prince and them do it. Because we sat up here and went through their videos, you'll notice that there are videos where Prince and Michael spoke in code. Like they trying to get me, they trying to do this. I, great artists leave breadcrumbs. I think that's a good way to
Yeah,
explain it. Leave breadcrumbs. Kanye West is not leaving breadcrumbs. He's gonna leave you a slice of bread. You see what I'm
agree.
if that you see what I'm saying? He's gonna give you way more information. And a lot of us in America cannot grasp that information because these stories were folk tales. They were rumors, and he's trying to put it out there. These ain't rumors. This is how it's going. So I remember last time when Jason was up in here, he was talking about the lyrics where he said "Hail Hitler," and he wasn't sure if we can say that on there. And we remember we were supposed to go into the verses. I was like, no, I can't play the verses on here, but we can read the lyrics. If we can find the lyrics and put up the lyrics, then we can bring it up. So that's basically what's going on with Kanye West for us. That he is
So,
basically calling out the industry, like Trump, calling out the industry for what they are doing to the people that are putting in the hard work. And he's getting a backlash because he's not doing it the proper way. He's doing it bold.
and the other side of the spectrum is Kanye is having a fit that they're doing him, that they're playing with his money and doing him greasy and taking away his deals, right? But he's doing it in a way where I know your history and I know what's going on, so I'm about to make sure that everybody that is offended. I'm saying something that's very controversial, but in a way where it's making the people that's
Headline.
doing it to me make sure that I feel it in that way. And but a little bit that he's when in the new album that he's doing, a little bit sounds crazy, but it's not though. Is like you said, it's in different code to tell the truth in some areas. Some of it is nonsense. I ain't gonna lie. Some of it is nonsense, but some of it is trying to expose truth. I to say that he's in his right mind. I don't know. I don't know that.
Kanye ain't been in his right mind since what album was that? College Drop.
When his
But I
grandma,
will say that he was seeking God at one point, but
Yeah, what
um,
happened with that? You just turned. What happened?
not necessarily because he still talk about God in his music. He still call him the Almighty. He never went against God. It's just, can I say it like this? When Charleston White started first getting on the internet and talking to the social media, he was talking in a proper way. When I try to talk to people in a proper way, they laugh at me and they call me a joke and they call me a sellout. So when I start talking ignorant and to a nigga standard to where a nigga can understand me, then they feel what the hell I'm coming from, then something wrong with me. Because I had to stoop down to your level just so you can understand where the heck I'm coming from. And that's where Kanye West come from. I put it in my music, I put it in my songs, y'all still not listening. But how about I say this stuff bluntly and bold to you, Charleston White child asses, and then see if y'all get it, see if y'all get a better understanding.
I agree to a certain extent.
Where did I
Um,
tell me where I went wrong?
hmm?
Tell me where I went wrong.
It's just okay. So knowing that things that we go through is spiritual, right? And knowing that depending on our experiences, we take it that far into our own reality of how we perceive life, right? So I feel like because um life isn't going his way, or because the issues with his family and with the money issue, it it gets frustrating, and then he blames God on the things that he don't have or things that get taken away from him, and he having a fit with with God. But because I heard it in the interview before. I heard it when he was saying that that he's mad at God or whatever, and that he is God and this and that. Tell him that's why I call myself Yay, because I am a God type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Jesus, Yay, right? So you try to say that he is God, but that's not the case. That's when your pride over overshadows what is the truth. So now you think you are the full truth when no, you're just the vessel that's used. You're not the truth. If that makes sense. I
Well,
kind of said,
maybe he thinks that God. Well, maybe he thinks that God is within him because technically, if you're speaking on a spiritual, um, if you're speaking spirituality, technically God is within you. So that's probably why he's saying he's a God.
Okay.
probably in his worldview, but I would grant you that. So probably in his worldview.
I think almost everybody or quite a few people has, you know what I'm saying, discredit God because of something they've been through. Or shame God or however the proper word is, because I don't know what the proper terminology is. But shame away from God. How about that one?
Yeah,
and
I
stuff
get you.
because of stuff they've been through. So I do get that, but I think it's go back to black bars. I think we had a discussion about that a while back, maybe last week or something.
Hmm.
When you make a lot of money, y'all, I guess my question to y'all: if I make a lot of money, I'm making $1 million. 3 weeks ago, I had $50 in my pocket. Now I'm making millions. I'm shaking hands with everybody. I made kids. You know what I'm saying? 10 years down the road, but yet again, 10 years down the road, I can't see my kids. Y'all taking the best deals I'm working from me because of what? Because of my freedom of speech, and that's where I'm looking at it from. Y'all taking freedom of speech, so yes, I'm gonna go a little bit above and beyond ignorance to try to prove a point.
Okay.
Is it right? No. Is it getting his point across? Only time can tell. But yet again, if I'm getting attacked and nobody's hearing me, yet again, remember what I said yesterday, y'all. There's a Justin Bieber virus song going out, supposed to be Justin Bieber calling out to his fans help, but nobody understood that he was calling out help. Everybody just enjoyed the song.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I just seen it one time. It's a short. So you have people that cry out for help, but they're afraid. I cry out for help, but nobody's listening.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah,
maybe. Okay.
yeah.
Now,
So you think it's a cry out to help type deal?
yeah, more likely because of the simple fact I'm looking at a person that broke more records in the rap game than anybody else in the rap game. Like he almost on Elvis Presley status. He's almost bigger than the Beatles. So you don't think that he's getting attacked from every other demon god or any other spiritual actors out there that take a man of God that got that high? Not too many people of God get that high.
True.
I- I'm talking about in status, without fumbling in his name.
Hey.
That's not too many. Come on, dog. If I had to bring up a preacher, I don't want to bring him up, but I'll bring him up if I have to. TD Jakes.
Hmm.
TD Jakes was up here. He fumbled the bag, and there's still no true proof of what he did at a Diddy party. It's just the fact that he was at a Diddy party. Period. Destroyed that man's whole reputation. So look at Kanye West. I have my reputation up here. It ain't destroyed, but it's awfully close. So who am I? Who can I turn to?
Hmm.
Hmm.
Remember, I had Big Sean, I had Pusha T, I had some of the best rappers in the game on my label. Where are they at now? I used to sit up with Pharrell. I remember the story. I used to sit up with Pharrell late nights, going over beats, talking about beats. Where was you at when my kid was getting abducted? In his words, I look at them. I look at them situations like, dang, you know what I'm saying? Kanye West, you would have called me. Trust me, I'd have been tearing down fences. That's the homie. Y'all not finna do this. But yet again, in his world, who was there for him? Or did he walk alone? Hey y'all, I got somebody that is walking along though. Hold on. I got somebody in that's walking along. Check this out, y'all.
Man, yesterday, y'all, Diddy's team messed up with Capricorn Clark on the stand.
Hmm.
So Capricorn.
Remember Capricorn Clark, right?
Mm-hmm.
A little bit. Yeah.
Okay. Capricorn Clark, for those who don't know, is the secretary assistant to P. Diddy and was there helping Cassidy even in her marketing plan too. And she testified her struggles and trials and tribulations that she went through with Diddy. Okay. So that was on the prosecuting side, people that are trying to lock up Diddy. Now this was on the defense side, people that are trying to save Diddy from trial. And this is what happened. Let's go.
Capricorn Clark, they went through a lot of things, and she was able to fill in context for a lot of things, and we'll get to that. But the biggest mess up for me was
Tell people who Capricorn Clark is.
Capricorn Clark is a previous personal assistant of Diddy's. She also came back to work for Diddy as like a head of marketing of some sorts for Sean John. She's had a few different roles because she's worked for him off and on since like 2011. But yes, so she's on the stand. They're running through like, you know, the Kid Cudi story, which she told a different story. The Suge Knight, which she tells a different story. The lie detector test. And then the defense, Diddy's team is trying to make the point of, okay, like all of this stuff happened. And you say that, you know, your experience allegedly was so gruesome. And like, you know, you alleged that you were kidnapped by gun and all these things. But let's go down the timeline of you wanting to work with Diddy again after all of these things. So
all right, my quick question to y'all, because it's in my mind. I really want to hear everybody's opinion on it. Let me bring this down so they don't think that, you know. What is y'all opinion on the word allegedly titled to a person and destroying their reputation? Do y'all think it's fair? Do y'all think it's right? Do y'all get it just because it's just an allegation? It's just allegedly happening. But do y'all think, why does allegedly always ruin somebody's reputation?
For the simple fact that allegedly just means that, okay, you said it, but it's no, we can't really prove that is there, or we don't want to run with it and saying what you're saying is true. So we're just gonna say that you said this happened, so we're gonna go with that's what happened because you said it. But and
We gonna take
somewhere
it
saying
into
allegedly,
consideration.
say it again.
Like we're gonna take it into consideration. We're not gonna jump too fast with it though.
Right, yep. Just like that.
I agree.
You agree? So
Yeah.
the fact that it ruins careers, Shannon Sharp, Bill Cosby, who else had just allegations? In the sports world is real. Every your favorite sports person that you like then went through some type of allegations and damn near got his career ended. And in this situation, most of these stuff are allegations because there's no 100% proof that this stuff happened. These are incidents that people are testifying against Diddy. Bring her back up now. Testifying against Diddy, saying that these things happen, of course, amongst my career with Diddy, and this is why they look trying to get in for racketeering and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, I feel what you're saying.
you leave and or you're terminated around like after 2012. She alleges that she was terminated because she finally took a vacation. They asked her, Diddy Seam asked her, well, where were you on vacation? She's like, I was in the South of France with Rihanna. And they're like, okay, they're trying to paint the picture like you had a really good lifestyle. You just want that back, and you didn't get that back allegedly. And that's why you're here, and that's why you're doing all these things. And she's like, you know, they bring up an email to show that she was in conversations about being upset that they were upset that she took this vacation. She says she gets back and she was terminated. Now, after this happened, she says that she was unable to find consistent good work at all. She's alleging that Diddy blackballed her. She says that at one point, she went and sat down in a meeting with Jimmy Iovine, who told her, like, look, this is supposed to be a meeting about allegedly supposed to be a meeting about a job opportunity, but I'm here to tell you to leave that Diddy stuff alone. Like, because she had came out and said, hey, this is what happened to me. She had filed civil suit. She was going to take legal action. And she says that people were coming to her telling her not to do it. She alleges Jimmy Iovine. She also says that Andre Harrell and Diddy pulled up on her at one point at the CAA meeting that she was having. But that conversation set like a foundation of she couldn't get work. She couldn't get work. So Diddy's team now is trying to prove that like Diddy had nothing.
That part right there is where they getting in the racketeer. I want y'all to really try to grasp that, because some people when I talk to, especially on TikTok, they don't get that. The fact that he held people's careers over their head is the reason of the racketeering and the RICO case that they're trying to charge him of. I want to clear that up so people can get a clear understanding of that's what they're be looking at when it comes to stuff like that.
But everybody do that in the industry, though.
Huh?
In the sense of, in a sense of like, if you want to get further, you gonna be doing this, and this is what I'm holding over your head. If you ever try to talk out about it, type of stuff. But now we putting it in the limelight of this is what's going on. Maybe they not might say it in that specific specific way, but a lot of people in the industry do that. For you to even go further, you have to do something for them to see that you're quote unquote serious about being with them or whatever.
Well, without testimony or proof or evidence, I would have to unfortunately bump that. They say that really don't happen. That only happened a few times, like Suge Knight, Eazy-E. In those cases, yes. Maybe a couple of Gucci Man episodes. But yet again, those are circumstances, and yet again, that goes back to what I told you. When you show weakness to a person, you don't think they ain't gonna try to expose it.
Of course.
What they say about sharks in the water?
I don't know, but I'm too young for that.
You too young for the sharks in the water? Well, you don't know how to swim.
He said, "I'm too young for that."
Right. He said, what she said? They smell blood. It's just simple analogies that people put on everyday life kind of make sense. You got to think about it. Like I said, ammo key to life. Because with your ammo, say you survive, say you protect. That's why it's called ammo. We don't use these words for no reason. That's why I hate generations when they make up a term that really doesn't define the word that they trying to use. They just trying to look cool. I'm just trying to be cool, man. I'm like, but yeah, again, that word, I understand why our scholars, and that's why they call scholars, looked at us and be like, well, you trying to make up new words, you look silly. But let's get back into this, because it's gonna get good, y'all.
Nothing to do with that. You just weren't able to get work. So they're like, wait, we're going to show you this recommendation letter that he wrote for you in just as recent as 2021. They bring up the letter and they're like, Miss Clark, can you take a look at this letter? Refresh your memory so we can have a conversation about it. And she looks and she's like, that's not from 2021. That's from 2012. And the defense attorney like stops. And we all like, I'm just like, well, maybe they got the dates wrong, whatever. And then the defense attorney, Mark Agnifilio, says again, no, take a look at this letter. This is a recommendation letter that, Mr. Combs wrote for you in 2021. Again, they're trying to say to her, there's no way you were blackballed, allegedly, if he's helping this letter, you. Right? Exactly, right? And she's like, no, this letter is from 2012. This is from the settlement that happened between us in 2012. Now we all in the court like,
settlement?
Boom! Look at y'all.
Tell them what the settlement was.
So the settlement, there was she had claimed that she was, blackballed. She couldn't work. She was so stressed from work that she was losing hair and all these things, right? And it amounted to her not having a job. She alleges that her home was taken. She wasn't able to provide for herself. Right. Her son, who was autistic, she wasn't able to provide for her son. So she was like, I need something. I'm trying to get my life back. But the settlement basically was that they came together. Her and Diddy allegedly agreed that they wouldn't go anywhere and disparage each other. as long as she was settled out. But a part of that settlement was she asked for the recommendation letter to happen because she wanted to be able to
So
work.
she knew where that letter was coming from. So the defense had it wrong.
Oh, not only did she know where it was coming from, when she clarified with Diddy's attorney, she said, they said, well, look at the bottom of that letter. Isn't that Mr. Combs' signature? She said, yeah, but I wrote this letter.
Jesus.
So
how much you get? Did they?
Ooh. Ooh. How much am I? Y'all, how much y'all gonna pay for a lawyer to mess up before y'all get fired him and say, you know, I gotta get me a new lawyer? How much is he gonna mess up in court before I'll be like, you know what? You know what? I think I can find me a new one. Cause you with the feds, boy, you coming in suit. You got time to go look for you a new lawyer.
Right.
But I think those lawyers get paid by the hour. They not like a public defender only get paid by state, or like how other cases, like an accident case lawyer, where they only get paid when you win the case, so because that's the only way you get the money. Nah, I think these babies, they get paid. Like
they probably paid already.
Right, you had to give me a little lump sum. You had to. I'm talking about me personally. Yeah, you had to give me a little lump sum because I gotta get a new suit. Yeah, I gotta come. I'm going to court. I gotta look sharp. The hell? I gotta talk this slick. This is Diddy.
Y'all look just as sharp as you was looking.
Well, I'm coming here with new baby oil on, the new baby fragrance. Diddy style. You're right. I got Diddy Gator shoes on. Take that shoe. Yeah, socks too to match. Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Shiny.
$30,000 suits. Well, what y'all thought I was gonna say? What y'all thought I was gonna go to Toe Factory? Y'all thought I was gonna go to Ross? What is Diddy? Well, I'm going shopping. Man, girl, have y'all ever seen a lawyer? A female lawyer?
They looking cool.
Cool. What them look like?
Look, they be looking cool.
They be looking like $100,000 suits. Stop playing.
They be fancy.
Right, I just said 30 grand. I'm keeping the other, you know what I'm saying, just in case I lose. You know, I got to get out of town. When I leave, I need some insurance money because Diddy, you mad at me, yelling at me at court. And for y'all that don't know, he getting yelled at. These lawyers been yelled at, pulled to the side. Diddy was asking for timeouts. Like, hold on, come here. I don't pay y'all.
He big mad.
Yeah, you ain't gonna keep yelling at me. I'll quit. And take this suit too. You not taking the suit back though. You know, I got this custom made.
Suit coming with me.
Could you go into more detail about the racketeering?
The racketeering is basically what they are trying to show is that through his holding people over their heads with their jobs and having sex, and when it comes to crossing state lines with these male dancers, I got a good video if I need to bring it back up to re-explain that, but that's basically what it's racketeering, is him crossing state lines and drug trafficking with the words drug use, abuse, and sex. Because what's the dude name? Punisher?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Punisher.
Punisher technically went across state lines because he is from New York. So when he met up with them in Miami, when he met up with them in LA, he technically crossed state lines, and he did sexual favors for Diddy and her. So that's yeah. There you go.
You know what's crazy? When you think about making a band, like that portrays his whole you know what I'm saying, business mindset. Like, oh, you want to get this record deal? Go down to Brooklyn and get me some, you know what I mean, just some cheesecake. Like, come on, man. For a record deal,
It's like
you
you
making
gotta
these dudes go
how
out
far you
and
willing to go.
yeah, you feel me?
How far you willing to
Yep.
go for
How far you willing to go?
But the people that he
I
has,
feel like,
go ahead.
but I feel like all of that is based on fear, though. Like he was holding all of that over their head. I feel like all of that is based on fear.
Yep.
That is
yeah,
that
that
that is
money
true.
power.
But see, that's the part of the racketeering because holding a person's job, holding my job over your head is against the law. I can
Oh,
tell you to do your job better or you not gonna have it tomorrow. That is definitely a threat. That's
Yeah,
100%.
it is.
Okay, so therefore, I'm technically giving you everything you need. You don't want for nothing, and this is what see. This is what the defense is trying to do. These people didn't want for nothing. They had a bank account, they had a life, they had cars, they everything. All this other extra stuff, even though Punisher crossing state lines, catching trains, catching flights, they willingly wanted to have these adventures with me at the same time. So my business had nothing to do with them and their pleasure with me. They just want to have pleasure with me. All of a sudden, this so-called abuse that you want to bring up is nonsense. This is what you made up in your head because you technically didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? You really didn't like it. You just didn't have the cojones to speak up for yourself. If that makes
I
sense to
get that.
y'all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nah, I could get that, but at the end of the day, that's still a form of abuse. Like, you,
Hmm.
no matter how you try to cut it, if they not 100% willing to do it,
What's
and they feel
100%?
100% is like, oh yeah, I'm with it, regardless.
Right.
That's what it is. Like, I'm with it regardless.
Okay, but if you say that, but you don't feel that, ain't that person's going through what? What is that called?
Confusion.
Okay, but I don't know that because you going there, but what come at your mouth and what you feel is what two different things.
But who's to say? Who's to say that that was what happened or transpired in that moment? They could have been like, "Yo, I don't know, bro." He could have been like, "Yo, bro, I got an extra thing of baby oil. We gonna have a slip and slide this time." He could have been, you know what I'm saying? Like, he could have, yo, man, I won't do it like that again. Do you feel me? They probably like, nah, bro, I don't even want to. What they probably could have they probably could have said no one time, and he was supposed to be on tour with them, and he like, nah. We're not bringing you on tour because you be killing the vibes. You feel me? Like it could be little stuff like
And
that. You know what I mean? Like
right. And that right there is fear.
it's fear. Like
Back
now,
to what we was talking about before.
now you feel me? Now it's like, oh, if I'm not into doing any of that, that means I can't go on tour, which means I won't get paid, which means I'm not gonna get this and that. So like my energy and how I feel about going about the sexual intercourse determines if I'm gonna be able to really go on tour or not. You feel me?
So basically in so many words, abuse of power.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mm.
I'm not denying nothing that y'all saying. I just want y'all to understand that part right there that y'all looking at is what they're trying to prove in the racketeering because yet again, I'm at most of these people when they're explaining their stories, they're at work. These are stuff I'm doing during work hours. I don't work. We just gonna say 9 to 5. We just gonna just keep it very simple, 9 to 5. Even though this industry is not set up like that, but these actions, these causes, these freak offs, which I wish I can call it. Hey, see, Marie, I tell y'all, boy, I'm trying to find a way. I'm trying to get a lawyer, but we need that. I'm telling you, trying to get that
Mm-hmm.
set it up. But yet again, I'm trying to show that these are happening during work hours. So even go because what happened, y'all? They was in Miami. Somebody fell off the boat. Cassidy fell off the boat or something, or they got into it, and Diddy left her, left her in Miami. He was in LA, but she ended up making it to LA to make it still. She still made it to LA to the premiere, but he left you, but you still made it.
Mm.
So where's that fear? Because yet again, you got left to be free in Miami.
Well, that can be said like, yo, future endeavors. Like, oh, because we already got the contract signed for me to already be here. So it's like I got that, I kind of got that power to say no right now. But like as far as for the future, then like the way that it may look for me, it's gonna look sketchy.
Okay, all right, okay,
That,
all
that
right,
makes sense though.
all right. Let's see what the Breakfast Club got to say.
See?
They were trying to figure out whether she could say it on the stand or not, and we didn't find out. But they tried to get to it a couple times.
And then what did the prosecution do after that?
The prosecution after that came back in and said, oh, okay, well, now that it's been introduced, right, that the settlement happened, the door is open. Let's have a conversation about, that time period in your life. Oh my God, she was already breaking down because the defense was pushing and pushing and pushing, and it worked to the prosecution's favor because she literally broke down. But the prosecutors are like, well, let's get into it, because they also brought up this meeting that she had in April 2024. This is after the raids had happened and all that stuff, right?
Mhm.
And the defense tried to make it seem like, again, this is you just trying to come back and work for Puff. And why would you do that? You're willing to stand beside him after all these things have happened, but you had these claims and all the settlement or whatever. Prosecution's like, please explain why you want to do that meeting. Y'all, when I tell y'all, she's bawling in tears, and we're all just like, wow. She's like, look, I felt like basically it was better to be an ally than to be against him. I had come out, I made the claims that I made. We figured out this settlement. I went through so much since 2012 trying to get my life back. So when there was a conversation between my attorneys and the defense attorneys about coming back in April 2024, because basically they were trying to allegedly fix things. Like they wanted to figure out how they could.
I'm allegedly say that it sounds like they settled out of court. Yeah, where her little lump sum.
They killing me with this allegedly, because everything is allegedly. Come on.
But yet again, remember they brought it up. You didn't hear what you settled for. So if you didn't hear what you settled for, that means it's not disclosed. That yes, I'm not gonna even play the fool and say y'all settled out of court. He offered you a job, he offered you a bag, and yet again, this go back to what I keep want to bringing up with the fumbling of the bag part. Like
Mhm.
I think in P. Diddy's defense, that's where they need to bring up more in court, where these people are definitely persuaded not to fumble up a bag. Like no matter what happened, they had bag chasing was on their mind first. If they can prove a situation like that, it was all about the bag, as you see.
Right.
Because ain't no way I don't think, let me say that I don't think that I'm gonna pull out my hair and stress out and then sell it for a bag and say, you know what, I want some more abuse. Unless I start taking
Like
pictures.
you heard what she said. She'd
Uh-huh,
rather be on his team than against him. She gonna get more out of being with him than being against him.
Are you sure?
She just gonna settle. She just gonna
Yeah.
settle
Yeah.
So
with the get down.
okay, so my question to everybody, is she happy or not?
No, she ain't happy. Either
Nah.
way,
She's
She's
not
settling.
happy. She's no. And that's another thing too. You gotta think outside of the box too. Like I'm gonna let everybody speak and then I'm gonna say what I want to say.
Okay. The thing about the happiness is, y'all, somebody said that she want to get where everything she wants. Okay, cool. But if you don't get happiness, is that getting everything? Because it sounds like you got everything but the joy and the happiness. You know what
How
I'm
many
saying?
people live their life like that on a daily? They sacrifice their
Eh,
happiness for lifestyles,
You
for
feel me?
Yep.
ability.
Okay, so yet again, I was still my follow up question to that: is they happy? Because
No,
yet
they
again,
ain't
ain't that
happy.
something that you
Look,
want?
No.
they feel like they gotta sacrifice. They need
Mm-hmm.
they sacrificing their happiness for their needs. Like, all right, I ain't gonna be happy, but I'm gonna have these bills paid. I'm gonna be able to take them trips I was taking. My autistic son gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? I sacrifice my happiness for that. That's
Then
how
it's
Right,
like,
because happiness don't pay bills.
they look. We being happy, we happy, but the lights is off. We happy in the dark. Like, you
True,
gotta
I
make
would be, but hey, but I ain't dumb. See, like that's the thing when you gotta have integrity. She just ain't have no integrity. You feel me? And
and then
Yeah,
and that's a
that's a good
she ain't
point.
have no integrity. You know?
once she already had that lifestyle and she was living that and not see these this is where these people be going wrong. You not doing what you need to do to come up on your own or secure yourself because it could go left at any time. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You can't be comfortable with somebody else's money. You got to
Mm-hmm.
make sure you straight. This is why they in the positions they in because they didn't think it was gonna end. You know, they ain't put up for a rainy day. Y'all living this lavish like y'all ain't Diddy. Did y'all forget that part? Like y'all just work for him. Y'all
but
not
yet,
him.
okay, so
Mhm.
yet
That's true.
again, I don't know New York, and I'm always, I think since I got this beautiful crew up here, I'm always make that straight. I don't know New York, but yet again,
But before you say what you got to say, understand that it's different from the city and upstate. It's a difference.
okay,
Difference.
Look, he
Diddy
felt
Big
like
Diddy is
difference. It's a
Diddy's
big
in
difference.
Diddy's in the city, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
he
I'm
in
in upstate, but he's in the
Okay,
city.
right. So therefore, my statement is for this so-called hard work and sacrificing my happiness, am I finna keep going outside, looking over my shoulder, looking at every taxi corner, looking through alleyways and trash cans, wondering when somebody finna stick me with a needle and inject me because Diddy don't like something I said or did. I was talking to the wrong person. I went to the wrong freak. He gave me the wrong address. I brought the wrong lotion. I wore the wrong outfit.
Hey,
I,
listen,
he
hey,
felt
hey,
like if
come
she
with
was
it.
close
That's
to
the
him,
thing. Like when you
yeah.
in that situation, you gotta be. You already gotta have in your mind, like, yo, I already know I'm not with da 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 da. So if that end up happening, I already know I'm gonna end up over here.
Let me tell you, I
But
seen
that's
it
just
all
what
too
comes
many
with it,
times.
yo. It
All
comes with
too
having
many times.
integrity.
Clicks on the street, corner boys. They can't stand each other. You know what I'm saying? They know like this nigga be ready to get me right now. But guess what? They standing right next to them. You know what I'm saying? It's better to be with them than not knowing. They
Yeah.
like we just gonna eat together. You know what I'm saying? They gonna put that little to the side. All right, we just gonna get this money together. Whatever happens, happens.
Not me. I can't do it.
I
That's
could
how
never.
people
Sorry,
are. That's how some people
I
are.
can't
But
do it.
I couldn't
That's
never
but you know
sad.
what though?
That's sad,
I couldn't never understand. I'm like, yo, y'all niggas don't even like each other. What y'all doing? But
bro.
that's how it is.
Nah, that's sad. That's
Me, if
going
I feel like
outside.
this, if you are op to me, stay away from me. You can't be around me. I can't have an op next to me. Like, no, knowing that you don't like me or no, nah, that's like me on eggshells waiting
But
for you.
you know what? But let me tell
I
you something, T
understand what you're
Marie.
saying.
The way you talk mentally, you're all there. You know, you're not afraid. You're not afraid what's gonna happen because you know you got it right. But her, I like okay. No, don't get me wrong. I get what all of y'all are saying. But even if she didn't choose Diddy, right? She still would have to look over her shoulder because mentally she not there.
That's a
Yeah.
fact.
And at the end of the day, Diddy is. I'm not excluding Diddy in this. Like Diddy definitely wrong. He preyed on her. He preyed on her
Right,
like he was a
exactly.
predator. He preyed on her, and them the type of people that the industry people prey on. People that they
Yeah.
know that they could use and hold resources over. Them type of dudes that she was just describing are the type of dudes that they like to have around them on the corner. Ones that they can't control. Like as long as they can control you, that's all they care. They wanna that's it.
And
That's all that matters.
that's a lot of people. A lot of people push moral everything to the side for that money. You know,
Nah,
they pushing everything to the side, and it's all about money.
that's a fact. You're not
I'm glad
lying.
I never been like that. You know what
You
I'm
feel
saying?
me?
Like, certain things come before money. I don't care. I don't care.
Amen.
All
Yep.
right, y'all. I got this little short video. I'm only gonna play a little bit of it, but when I seen this today, it was brought to my attention in the group chat. I was like, "Oh yeah, we got to talk about this. I got to show this one." So, as y'all
I
see
know this little
already,
YN didn't.
huh?
I said I know this little YN didn't.
Oh yeah, y'all already know what is going on, right? Yeah, it already looks bad, right? It don't get no better than this. Let's get
Yeah.
into it. Stop laughing, Capiche.
2 days ago, I did a video about a woman who had her gun taken from her while she was open carrying it in her back pocket. And in that video, I said this: if you're gonna open carry, fine, but do it with a holster that has retention, something that doesn't let someone just walk up and yank it out like a damn
Had it
Happy
in
Meal
a
toy.
back
And
pocket
even
of a
then,
sweat.
if someone
Come on now. Come on.
Okay, we'll rewind and so we'll play it again.
2 days ago, I did a video about a woman who had her gun taken from her while she was open carrying it in her back pocket. And in that video, I said this: if you're gonna open carry, fine, but do it with a holster that has retention, something that doesn't let someone just walk up and yank it out like a damn Happy Meal toy. And even then, if someone does try to take it, you better be ready to fight for it, because they can't yank it out. Now they're gonna try to beat it out of you. Have you trained for that type of situation? Have you ever practiced weapon retention in a struggle? Or are you just playing fantasy scenarios in your brain? And now today, this happened.
Tonight, a man who police say was acting erratically inside the AutoZone store on East Charleston at Maryland Parkway shoots and kills a man with the victim's own gun. Police say the victim exercised his lawful ability to open carry that firearm, which the suspect was somehow able to grab and then just started shooting.
This is a nightmare scenario for open carry. You're carrying legally, doing everything by the book, and then boom, some unstable lunatic rips your gun off of you and uses it against you. And now the media is going to run with this and say, see, this is why we shouldn't let people open carry. Nah, that's not how this works.
All right, child. We riding around here with, in our back pockets.
Like you tripping. You tripping.
Why?
Listen, have your little holsters, something, have that thing up under there. Like, come on. Come on.
Well, we can just tell common sense is not coming.
It damn sure ain't coming. What was that? Like, what?
Come on, your back pocket.
Yo. And then
That's
he didn't
crazy.
even look. You seen him? He trotted off. Like,
Like it wasn't nothing.
like, like, come on. Look, nigga didn't even run. Did a little two-step out the door.
But you know what, though? It could have been bad for her as well, because he could have just turned around and pointed that gun at her if he wanted to.
Let off one. Bow. You right there. Stay there. And I'm out.
I would have had to take that L. Like, you know what? Next time it just ain't going there. I ain't about to chase you. You got it. You got it.
Look, I know she ain't do too much after that.
Shit. Come on, dog. I played a little bit further.
Look,
I'm sorry for
got
cutting, but if I play a little bit further, no. Look, she is heading out the door. Come on now.
That's why I said that. That's why I said he could have turned around and shot her if he wanted to.
Listen, you got it, bro. Gone.
You feel me? You got it. You got it. That's why I don't give bro that fought him at AutoZone for his gun. Nah, you got it. Listen, hey, you bold enough to take it, you can have it.
Yeah, you can have it.
I'll just call the police. You hear me? You got it. I'm gonna report
Not
it
that
stolen.
simple. You got the gun. It's not that simple. Listen, nothing to talk about. Gone.
Oh my God.
Once I felt him take that out of there, even though mine wouldn't have never been back there. But once I would have felt that, yeah, right there. I'm not moving no further than right there. Like, I'm not going to the door behind you, none of that.
Dang, he just took it like, dang, man. He just he really reached in her back pocket. He took it like it was his.
Look at yo.
She felt her
You
butt
know
like,
what
hold
though?
on, wait.
Let me tell you, he had to be watching her.
Yeah.
Looking at, probably seen her walking the store, everything like, I'm about to get this B. I'm about to get her right now. I'm slipping.
But y'all know, for us that don't, hold on, let me say this correctly. For us that carry those type of pistols, for real, we're not going outside our comfort zone. You're not going outside nowhere where the right man lives. You're not going nowhere where the right man lives. So if you stand in the hood and you, so like, I don't know. I really want to ask this question, but I feel like I'm gonna ask y'all a dumb question. Was she ever protecting herself before this incident?
Nah.
At no means, of time, or shape, she was protecting herself, huh?
She just was basically styling. That's what you was doing. Because that was nothing to do with protection. You was styling.
He had to, because the way she grabbed her butt afterwards was like, did he just take that from back there? Had to been. She grabbed her butt like, hold on now. She was
nothing to do with protection. Because once he would have, let me tell you something. Once he would have walked in the store, I would have automatically like this, had my hand on it.
Yep. Or turn to the side. Or turn sideways, like, yo.
She didn't,
I'm like,
yo,
you
you
can't
got
get
it in your back. Not once did she ever even.
That's how you know she don't have no type of discernment and she's not observable.
Listen, I would have been like this.
She's not.
What? Oh. Okay. Because no, what? You got it for what? What you got it for?
I would have immediately known somebody was behind me though.
The fact that she did not even take a peek back, like you didn't even do a second.
But see, dog, now that I'm glad y'all brought that up, because I be around people, dog, where the door, somebody will come in, a little bit of this happen, or just something period happen, and they will not make no type of adjustment, just to even look, just to acknowledge.
Yeah, all you gotta do is peep the scene. What you got going on?
That's how we talking the hood. Yo, if you ain't peeping the scene, then you bound to be lacking. So come on now.
Listen, you better know what's going on around you.
Because that do make you a target now that you trying to play tough. Now, you know what I'm saying, or try to quote unquote try to protect yourself. You're gonna be more of a target than protecting yourself now.
Once they see that, they're like, "Oh, all right." But they clearly, that boy clearly saying she wasn't about nothing.
Definitely. You could tell because she ain't moving nothing. She just stood there. And then started going back like, give me my gun. Like, you could just hear her saying it.
Look, you can hear
Give me my gun.
Right? Give me my gun.
Give me my gun back.
Like, it's over for you.
Yeah, you don't need that. He said you
Yeah,
don't
All
need
right,
it.
that's exactly what he said. You don't need that. You don't want that. You don't want that.
ladies
You
and
don't.
gentlemen, y'all see that?
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
That's what I want.
warning.
That's what I want. That's what I want to hear when y'all see this, because
Uh-oh.
it's finna go down. It's
Warning.
finna go down. Okay. Action, drama, all that stuff. I need y'all to speak y'all mind when y'all see something y'all don't like, anything that y'all see. Let's discuss it. Let's break it down. Hopefully, we do not have to go through this whole video, but we might. I love when I see these warnings. Okay,
Because you know it's about to get crazy.
get your popcorn. We're getting
Ah,
into some
here we go.
police body cam, baby.
Oh shit. Padre cracked up. Major. Oh shit. Where at? Get the fuck out! Do not move! Do not fucking move! Do not move! Do not move! Let me see your fucking hands now! Let me see your fucking hands! Dallas, this way, bro, this way! Come on! Ah! Ah!
Oh.
Ah!
Oh.
I don't know what happened.
Wait, what just
Me
happened?
either,
Rewind that
because
back.
I'm
Rewind
still
that
trying to
back.
figure out
You know what
what's
happened?
going on.
See, for one,
It
we
was a
came up to a
chase.
car accident. Like, we came up to the car accident. We late, but we came up to the car accident. Right? Her. Let me mute it real quick. We came up to this car chase, right? Just like she said. My boy hopped out. You know, for one, you came up here cussing. Boom, you got out. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm in trouble, boom, you come out here cussing. I'm all cussing. You cussing at me. You think I ain't finna get aggressive? Boom, car accident. Yeah, total. Now there isn't a suspect. I'm illuminating. There's a person in this car, even though this car looks kind of bad.
Yeah, it don't look like they can
But
get
you
out
heard
if
it.
they wanted
See your
to.
fucking hands! Dallas, this way, bro, this way!
Y'all hear that?
Come on! Ah! Ah! Fuck! Ah! 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 Love that! Ah!
Now we're finna go to another police cam view if they don't take me to commercials. Oh wow. Oh, okay.
10-11 subject. We need multiple units out here. The entire freeway will be closed. Don't stop. Hey! Watch out! Crossfire! Crossfire! Hey! Drop the gun, motherfucker! Hey! He's in the car! In the car! Shots fired! Shots fired! Hey! Move! Hey, get him! Get him! Help me pull him! Help me pull him! Help me pull him! Come on! Come on! You're okay, bro. I'll sit down! I'll sit down! I'll sit down! Over here! Over here! Right here! You're okay, bro! You're okay, breathe! Put your gun down! Put your gun down! You're okay! You're gonna be alright! Where you at? Where you at? Listen, you're gonna be okay! Relax! Relax! Hold my hand! Hold my hand! Hold my hand! Hold my hand! Just look at me! Look at me the whole time!
He better not be filming. Or am I tripping?
Hmm?
I said that man better not be filming. Talking about hold my hand.
Hold my hand! Hold my hand! Hold my hand! Hold my hand!
He got
Y'all see
shot in
that
the
guy?
thigh though, so he could possibly die. I mean, depending on
Yeah,
where he got shot in that thigh.
but I know it burned. But I'm talking about my dude that's holding my hand. Got my phone. Got this
Look, hold
phone right
Oh
hand.
my
here.
God.
Hold my hand. Got the camera in his face. Hold my hand.
Yeah, like
You know how that
hey,
go.
hey, I might forget about this bullet room. Are you recording me? Hold on.
Put the phone down.
Put that camera down.
Oh my gosh.
Man. Hey, yo, I thought we were gonna get to the drama, but I didn't know it was gonna be drama like this for real. I was just, woo. I just seen I had a beautiful panel. I just like, man, let me show a cop Karen one time, but this is epic.
Just look at me. Look at me the whole time. Hold it. Look at me.
Brother.
Look at me.
Cop cam number 3.
530 cracked up. Major. 59-16.
Get on the ground.
Let me see you.
Damn.
Fuck. Officer down. Officer down. Stay down, man. Stay down. Roll HFD. We got an officer down. Whoa. Guys, I need help up here.
Boy, let's see. Let's see. Can we get to any closer? Whoever in this car.
They getting him.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Now we get somewhere.
My car is a stolen.
Oh, we finally got somewhere. Stolen car. Joyriding, probably.
Stop. The white car is not clear. It's the suspect car.
Get back over there.
He's down. Hold on. Hey, the white car is the suspect car. It's not clear.
Somebody.
Hey, you know what? I'm mad as hell because they shut that whole highway down.
How you know?
Nobody, boy. You know how many cars backed up? What if you got like 2 miles left in the tank?
Mm-hmm.
Done.
That
You better try to reverse, go to the nearest exit.
You better cut your car off. That's what you better say that guy. Dang, that's crazy.
In here. There's somebody in here.
The gray car.
Clear that car.
Go up to this.
Is that our suspect in that other car?
No. Gray car is civilian. White car is suspect.
Two guys.
I don't know who.
Guys on here. We're gonna the white car.
Oh, let's call him out first.
Call us this one first, Sarge.
Okay.
That one, right? Yeah, come on.
What?
Come on out. Come on. Hey, call him out. Call him out. Get out of the car. Get out of the vehicle.
That's the citizen, right?
Citizen.
Come on.
Move out. Move this way.
Hey, that white car.
White car.
White car.
The white car is the suspect.
Okay. First question. Finally got one. Took me a minute. Got one. Y'all remember? Everybody watch action movies, right? Let me get a
little bit, yeah.
A little bit. You notice how when the bad guy shoots at the good guy, he misses all the good guys, but then when the good guys shoot at the bad guys, he shoots all The bad guys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So in this scenario, y'all, it's a lot of them and one of him, and he shot one good guy. And when all of them shot back, they missed that one bad guy. So can somebody make that make sense? Is the in life the roles are reversed when it comes to shooting at people?
Mm.
Cause like y'all just seen like 4 or 5 people. Am I lying? Like at least 3 cops shot at one person, and he's still in the car.
He still took one down.
And he took one of y'all down, and y'all. Okay, all right. I need somebody got to make this make sense real quick, real fast.
Mm-hmm.
What y'all
I mean,
think?
they
My two.
scared, but it shouldn't be to that extent. Somebody shot your man's.
Shot your man's right in front of your face. You ain't gonna do shit.
No, we're not going to menace to society. Now we bringing up menace to society.
Yes, that's my right there.
I smoke anybody. I just don't give a fuck. Yes, I know that. I know some of them lines.
Look.
What? That boy pulled out that big old new Desert Eagle. The newer model Desert Eagle. Yeah, y'all didn't. Yeah, some of y'all didn't think I had black stripes around her. Some of y'all didn't know.
I know you had it in you.
But I'm just saying, bro, for real, y'all. Looking at this situation, understanding that when you are in a gunfight as a police officer, you really technically cannot shoot at a suspect if you know for a fact that other people you will harm. Now, I do know that's a law, that's a rule, because I don't watch plenty of these where I had to go and other police officers break it down. I do get that. But normally when I see these and you bust at one of my boys, they like, normally it's all gloves off.
Mm-hmm.
Normally. But that's amazing.
Let's clear this car first.
Clear the white car.
Let's clear the white car.
Hey, move up that way.
And yet again, I think I see why I didn't get this job, because I always wanted something over my head. Y'all protecting my heart and chest and stuff like that. But why y'all don't got me a helmet, a bulletproof helmet to protect my head? Y'all ever thought about that? And that's where that camera need to be up there on that helmet too, because then it wouldn't be bouncy. It'll be a straight good aim, because that's the best bouncing beam that you got is your head. Why they don't do that?
Keep going, keep going. Hey, just watch the oil. It's slippery.
Look at all them headshots. Call of Duty. I'm sorry, YouTube. This is for I don't know, explanations only. Whatever. Look, this is for Call of Duty purposes only. Look at all them. Look at all them headshots. I'm just saying, because and I don't know if y'all play Call of Duty, but I know y'all go for headshots.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna move up. You on the suspect. Everybody else clear the car.
Gotcha.
Slow.
Hey, stay right there.
Move slow. I got the suspect. We clear the car. Okay?
Southbound lanes with you, right? As long as they're going to be able to get through. Come on, move up with them. Move up with them.
Anybody in the white car? Your hands up.
Anyone else inside the vehicle? Keep your hands up. Hey, we can't see on this side. We can't get in the vehicle. Yeah, I'm going to come behind you guys. We're clear from this side.
Clear. We're relaying the information for HFD to go through the southbound
Hey, watch your car. Watch your cars
lanes are shut down.
They got that.
I got you right here.
Suspect, you can hear us. Do not reach for the gun. Let it go if you can.
Car's clear. Car's clear.
Can we get down there?
Car's clear. Car's clear.
Hey, you can hear us. Let it go.
Well, that's not a suspect car. Just
Got this guy over here. You down?
he's down. He's down. Yeah.
What's the Hey, watch. He's got like a weapon in his hand.
Yeah. He's got a gun in his hand.
All right. Two guys. Hands. Pull his hands. Look like he's moving.
Yeah, I got a bunch of blood on here.
Hey, what about these kids? All right, check on that other car. Check on that other car. Where's the officer? Where's the officer at?
They got hit. Gibson, he's back there. Gibson's back there.
Where's the suspect in custody? The advisor should be the man to come on the outbound side.
That's basically it on that. That was nice. Should them police officers be locked up, y'all? They wasn't doing their job. Police brutality. They always treating a black man wrong. Victimhood. Any of those things that y'all just seen in that video?
I mean, they definitely look like they didn't know what they were doing for real. Like, I don't know what they were doing for real.
They put some bullets in a young kid that shot one of their partners. Sit down somewhere.
Oh.
Quandary keeps trying to associate Candace Owens with Nazi beta male Nick Fuentes.
Do you feel uncomfortable about having support from people like Nick Fuentes?
Moral Quandary keeps trying to associate Candace Owens with Nazi beta male Nick Fuentes to do the usual anti-Semitic trope. Is this the kind of weak shit he learned in journalism school? Candace called his bluff almost immediately.
It's a nonsense. You know it's nonsense right now. Appears if I went into your comments and dug it up and said, do you support this? And it's just
Nick
what the
Fuentes is
things
not
that
just
I
one
say.
of your 20 million followers. Nick Fuentes has millions of followers himself.
Where does he have? No, stop. Where does he have millions of followers? What
on
platform?
Multiple platforms.
No. He's banned. He was banned from YouTube. He was banned from X. Literally been banned from everywhere. Which platform does Nick Fuentes have millions of followers on?
Well, he doesn't now. He's been banned.
No. Where? Which platform did he ever have millions of followers on? He is on X.
Well, how many followers has he got?
Okay, so you don't even know the answer. So you're just being hyperbolic again.
My point was not about a
By
specific number of his
pretending,
followers.
No, he's not just. He's
My
got
point is
millions
he
of
has
followers.
it.
That's
All
just
right.
not true.
He has a follower.
Pierce, it's just simply not true.
The truth? What is that? I'm just an NPC.
Do you feel uncomfortable?
Comments?
Nah, he was just saying nonsense. I ain't gonna lie.
I played that video not knowing, but in a scenario that I bring y'all on this platform to get y'all opinion on things that y'all see from y'all perspective, because yet again, we're all different. We're all from different backgrounds. Y'all all got walks of life. We all like different shampoo. We all like different soap, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Right. But when, in a sense of a matter, because only reason I'm bringing it up like this, because all of us is on social media. And to prepare y'all for these streets that's coming up where people try to call you out or get you triggered to get a got you moment. You got to be prepared. You got to be able to just know that what you stand on is what you stand on when you stand on it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's like when you face the bully for the first time and you actually win the fight because you stood on business.
Right.
Candace Owens in the black community is shunned upon because of how she boldly wants to say that women are not victimhoods of what they're accused of going through, because she sticks up for what she believes in and has a different path of getting black people out of property.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
I definitely get where she going with it too, and plus she believes in God, so it definitely doesn't come from a racial standpoint. It comes from what makes sense in ethnical standpoint.
right. Yeah, I'm just saying because y'all know that y'all going through situations in certain places and the comfortability is uncomfortable because of whatever's going on in the situation. When y'all got that sword and y'all know how to speak, especially intelligence, and just calling people out on their BS, you're gonna get results like that. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully that y'all don't go viral unless y'all want to go viral, because that's what's gonna happen.
Right.
Yeah, you're gonna have a viral moment like that.
And I'm
Okay,
up
how
for it.
long you been up in here? I can't. You up for it? Okay, I hope so. Cause sir, you my main supporter that I see that I have to get ready for, because yet again, I do want to have a fair religious debate on here between Jason's group, because I'm gonna tell Jason go get him 3 people or 2 other people, because it's 3, and then I'm gonna need you to go get 3, or 2 other people, and sit on her and have a discussion. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, don't get too heated. We're gonna talk and figure out some rules of how to put it together and how to format it. I think that's what we're gonna do next, especially when I move. I do want to sit with y'all, get y'all in a group chat, especially if y'all feel comfortable and y'all want to come on here more. This was cool. Get y'all in a group chat so we can discuss a format of how y'all would like to help run the show. Come with y'all ideas and topics of what y'all would like to talk and discuss. Because I don't always want to pick out the topics and discussion, because I will stay in politics all day and get some of y'all lost. I think politics will get brought up when big things happen. Like around 4th of July will probably be my next politician big talk, because the bill is supposed to be passed that Trump is supposed to be doing, and everybody's going to be throwing out their hooplas about, oh, he doing this. So I know there's going to be a big explanation around then. But until then, I do want to start discussing everything that y'all got. See Marie, in the middle part of the show, I want to start maybe advertising and showing off some of the things that you got going over in your TikTok shop. We got to figure out a way to do that. If like
Right.
we can bring
I'm
up your
wondering, why did Trump pardon NBA YoungBoy? Yeah, he pardoned the Chrisleys. Did any of y'all know that show?
No, I did not know
Yeah,
that.
I've seen it before. Yeah.
So
Yeah, he pardoned Kodak Black too.
it's a white couple that very famous, but they had both got locked up. Wife and husband.
Y'all know it's a black woman that's in charge of that, right?
And yeah, they got pardoned.
Now, are you saying they shouldn't have, or you just want to know why?
No, I'm the Chrisleys. I'm like, they did whatever, tax or something they did. So I could, let them out. Go on, let them out. Let them pay, But NBA YoungBoy, like, what?
What does he get locked up for?
Gun charges, weapon charge.
Gun on him?
I don't
Because
know, like the
last
logistics.
thing I remember I heard about him is where he called out old boy that he said, "I'll pay you 100,000 to keep the peace." Now, whatever happened after he did that between him and whoever that young kid was, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I know it's a weapon charge. I don't know if he was shooting at somebody or just had it on him. I don't know. But I'm just like, what? So the reason
I
why
really go
I say that is
ahead.
because I'm like, okay, NBA YoungBoy Trump, you really don't know nothing about, that's new generation. So if you would let him out, Diddy, y'all go way back. Is that going to be the next pardon? That's what me.
I'm gonna say like, okay, that's a good. I'm glad how you broke that down. That was beautiful, to be honest with you. But yet again, how I look at that is like, I can pardon people that may have a criminal background that won't bring up too much news to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna get hit with too many headlines. Diddy is definitely a headline. You know what I'm saying? I don't want my press secretary to get hit with a bunch of, why you pardon Kodak Black? You're not gonna hear that at a press conference. You know what I'm saying? I watch a lot of them, but I
So a
would
puppet.
go ahead.
So a puppet is what you're saying.
Not necessarily a puppet, but yet again, I will pardon you. But if I pardon Diddy, I'm going to get questioned. I don't want to be questioned about who I pardon. I cannot look bad to the people because I'm the president of the United States of America. So yes, I'm gonna choose wisely. I might choose some people y'all don't like. That's part of life. But yet again, I'm not gonna choose somebody that's super controversial.
Yeah, but that's what made me like NBA YoungBoy. What made you pardon him?
My
Like, what?
son might like his music.
I feel like he
I
got
know
pardoned
that.
the same way, the same reason why Kodak Black got pardoned at the end of the day. That's the only same reason.
Why did Kodak get pardoned?
The likeness of it.
Hmm.
It wasn't.
The same
I don't.
A younger generation influence.
the
No,
same reason he
it.
pardoned Lil Wayne. These people respected him. Man, you respect me and you shout me out and you never chase my name. Yeah, you got to think about it. When he pardoned Kodak Black, I don't mean to cut nobody off. I do apologize. But when he pardoned Kodak Black, he pardoned Kodak Black at a time where the black community was definitely frowned upon Trump. You could not look at
Yep.
Trump and say that he was a good man. If you was looking like I can look y'all in your faces, bro. I lost friends, families, girlfriends, loved ones over being a Trump supporter before Trump was cool.
I can't say that because New York loved Trump. New York
But
been loving Trump since back. Like you see the rappers, everybody like they love Trump. I don't
see,
know if it's just cause he's from there, what, but they
but
love him.
see, in the news, it wasn't portrayed by that. I wish my computer was fast enough and I could bring up videos because I can show you the Democratic Party. For y'all remember when Trump did the rally in New York, right?
Yep.
They said nobody was gonna show up to that. That's what they portrayed. You know what I'm saying? Because he's the first Republican to do that in a very long time. Actually, go out there to the people, and then if you remember, and I wish they was on here. I wish she was on her. When I asked this group, do you think Trump is bringing Christian values back to America? Everybody was like quick to say no.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's
he
obvious.
is. He
Okay.
definitely is.
But this team couldn't agree upon that, and I appreciate that. But then there's a bunch of people that in the
I
community that
don't
would
think
say
so.
they would say no.
Mm.
Y'all, oh my gosh.
Is it that the lack that they don't know what exactly he's doing, or
No. Nope. I know exactly what it is. It's because we're blinded by propaganda. We're blinded by how they portray him, and some of them don't even believe in God either. In a
that's
certain
what I was
point,
about to say? Is it a their lack of because
because they don't,
he
because they don't.
definitely
On top of that, they don't know what the Bible's standards are standing on. So they say they're a Christian, but they don't read it, or they say they're Christian that they don't follow. So is that, and they can't go. They go past their own opinions of what the media portrayed instead of what's the truth and what he really is doing.
Let me try to bring this scenario up and see can y'all get something. Just because I'm a failure in life and business that I make, don't mean I made all the wrong choices. It's just I made bad business choices.
Mhm.
People really never looked at Trump's fatherhood and parenthood. Okay. This guy has known for have never ever doing drugs or sipping alcohol. He made a party with the best, But can't nobody go out there and say that Trump ever did drugs and alcohol. Okay? Cool. The times that he helped the black community wasn't really big in the news. It wasn't widely spread, or people at that time, because I'm talking about the 80s. I'm talking about how he helped Jesse Jackson run for president. I'm talking about the time that he helped Mike Tyson go get a lawyer because he was facing a sexual allegations. But yet again, we don't look at Trump like that. Or the time that he went on Oprah Winfrey show and had a standing ovation. Like, stop playing. When we look at that, yeah, because these things are happening. But yet again, he was part of the Democratic Party. And y'all don't realize that the Democratic Party, and I'm going to hurry up and land this so I don't go for a long time, is that the fact that the Democratic Party raises just as much as money as the Republican Party. And when you were told growing up that the Republican Party was for the rich and the Democratic Party is for the poor, that was a sign of brainwashing you to believe in that you were what? Poor. And that your opportunity had to go through a government system. The Democratic Party comes up with government systems for you to strive on them to go off their back so you can pay them so they can get a paycheck. When a Republican Party sits up here and says, hey, I'm not going to make you a government system. I'm going to put these laws in place for your environment to be good for you to strive on, for you to grow yourself or however you want to grow. I should not be in your business the way the Democratic Party wants to be in your business. And if I have to bring for an example, Chicago's mayor has ruined the economic growth to where they don't have grocery stores in a metropolitan area, to where the government is fin to come in and make a grocery store for the people to get their groceries and medicines in their community. If y'all don't really, and I think they don't understand that, because they want to go to the government and say that we need help, but they the first people that remembers what happened in the 80s with the FBI, with the government flooding the communities, the black communities, full of crap. You see what I'm saying? Now, these stuff y'all can go look up, and it's easy to look up, and you're like, oh yeah, this happened. George got flooded into the community. Oh yes, it was done by the government. So yes, again, why would we want the government have more control? If you can look at a party and say, hey, they're about less control, for control go back to me, the people, I think that's more in my favor than having more control of the government telling me what to do.
Right.
Trump seen that as a problem. Yet again, we are everybody wants to come to America for freedom. There's other countries out there too. There's only like really 13 countries, y'all. There's 39 countries, 164. One of those two countries, y'all. There's only 13 countries that are flooded where people truly want to go because of resources and what they provide for people. We are in the top 5. No matter how they look at it, no matter how dumb they say, no matter how unsmart our military are, we are top 5. But yet again, if we don't colonize our people, you remember what I told about that, Edwin? If we don't colonize our people and let them know that America is where you want to be, America is great, America is here to strive. This is where your kids can be somebody to where they can grow a family. Yeah, unfortunately, y'all, but I go on the panel, I can go on any other panel and say, name a country that has just as many black people in it where they can thrive and become millionaires. They can't. They won't. They would say places like Turkey, which is 94% dominantly white. Why do we prosper places where it's dominant white, where it's more dominantly black? Why? Because it's the opportunity, the economics, the way that the money tree grows in economic. Y'all, there was just a stock exchange that dipped very bad with the tariffs. I know y'all heard about the tariffs and stuff like that. And since I've been explaining to my group on here, which like I said, I love y'all to death, y'all got to see that tariff thing was necessary to happen so we can get a better strategy. Yes, the numbers dip, like I was trying to tell Jason, but yet again, more people had an opportunity to get into the stock market because the stock market was cheap. People were selling. People were panicking. Shoot, we could have probably got a Tesla stock market for probably $5 or $50 to get in, where at first it was $500 to get in. This is the land of opportunity. Trump is trying to make it like that, but yet again, those people that I will agree oppressing us, but I just won't define it how y'all say oppressing us because I just think it's looked at it different. Instead of saying a boogeyman, we need to start pointing fingers at these people. We need to take the time out, use our internet, use this technology to point the finger at this person. Like, this person is doing us wrong. We need to vote him out of office. We need to make sure that him and people like him don't get there. And yes, we're going to lose for the first 8 years because it's not enough of us that are knowledgeable of this. You got to be ready for that before you say, oh, you know what, my vote don't count. My vote don't matter. It does matter. It's just not enough of you to matter to change the situation. We got to have these podcasts. We got to start talking about it. That's why I go for 2 hours so we can have these discussions so y'all can see that this point of view or how people look at it maybe not exactly how it framed. And I do understand, like, you in Florida, Atlanta, I'm in Las Vegas, New York. I understand when the states are different. But in the same token, we still got the same value, still our friends. We still got the same push and drive. If we, you know what I'm saying, took it. I need to find that test. That's my mission when I get off here, is find that test for y'all to take, for y'all to answer, and see y'all opinion on on how y'all feel about America in a direction that y'all want it to go. And I think I've been talking way too long.
Okay.
Yeah, we're talking way too long. Way too long.
No,
but that's
sure.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Say it again.
I didn't hear it. What did y'all say?
All at once.
He was like,
See, Marie, you said something.
He said he was talking too much. I said, you the host. He could talk.
I talk too much, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because I'm so used to doing this by myself sometimes.
Say when somebody talking too much.
Oh, man, I get to preaching, y'all. Hold on. I don't know, y'all. I've been into this politic things and got to see a light. Like, I want to bring this video up real quick. And I argue against a lot of black people. I hate to be skin coloring, but I have. So I had to go find my skin color people to give y'all an idea. I was going to do the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and let y'all pick. Matter of fact, yeah, I'm just going to do it because I love doing it. These are shorts. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Which one of these would y'all like to pick and choose and have a quick discussion? Oh, Lord.
Let's go with Obama. Message to black men.
It sound like Obama, so let's go Obama.
What you think, Nat?
Plug in the right mic?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Johnny?
Oh, Lord. Why I'm not hearing nothing now?
Johnny.
He may be on
He
mute.
probably do. He probably do with kids something.
Say that again.
Oh, okay. All right. So we're going with Obama.
Dang, I still can't hear. What's the...
You can't hear us? You can hear us?
I shall not. Hey, tell y'all. I don't know. I'm sorry, y'all. I just can't hear for some crazy reason. Thank you, Mama. Yeah, that's my mama. That was my mama. I love that.
I answer her, yes, indeed.
Is the audio on?
Nope, the audio not on.
I can fill it with my pocketbooks. My friends can fill it with their pocketbooks. And we're ready for him to get out of our way. They took the same blueprint that got Obama elected, and he was a first for us, right? So our grandparents and our parents and things like that wanted to see this happen, but they were largely voting out of ignorance and voluntary ignorance because they only wanted that identity politics in order to push him through into the presidency. But admittedly, where he was charismatic, she isn't. And so we can see through her. She's a chameleon. When they unleashed her and they allowed for her to be able to take reporters' questions and things like that, it showed that she was completely incompetent. And frankly, not only do we feel disrespected, but I'm uncomfortable with Obama standing in front of us trying to scold us and then divert our attention away from the things that's really meaningful, especially for our families. I'm not comfortable with him. I don't want to hear any more messages of hope. I don't want to hear any more messages of joy. I can fill it with my pocketbooks. My friends can fill it with their pocketbooks. And we're ready for him to get out of our way. They took the same blueprint that...
Wait a minute.
Hey, he's
Y'all
spitting
feel
facts.
joy with pocketbooks. I think, and then didn't somebody say that earlier?
He was picking. Hey,
about
I see
feeling
no
joy
lies.
with pocketbooks.
No lies told.
Poor Obama.
Nah, come on, y'all. Don't tell me I can hear them but can't hear y'all. That's crazy.
You said poor Obama.
I said poor Obama.
Why? What happened? Why you sympathize with Obama?
Cause he tried to do what he could do.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
He tried. Now, of course, he was a puppet.
I think he was more than a puppet. I think he was in on it. Because we got to think about it. He's the one that opened up the floodgates for us to stay in poverty. If you want to think about it, like that Obamacare was so trash, it didn't do anything. But I saw the policy of it. Like when you look in the Obamacare that he put in place or whatever, you couldn't do anything unless you was like in dire need of it. Other than that, it did nothing for you. You still going owe mad money going to the hospital.
So basically, he helped the pharmaceutical companies get paid instead of helping the regular people get paid.
Hmm. Be a lot of stuff we don't know, you know.
Well, I do know that at first when he did the healthcare, the Obamacare, it did look good in favor of people understanding that they thought that they can get insurance. But the trickery part was, and this one lady said it so easily. She said you could have easily signed up for it. The punishment was the fact that if you didn't sign up for it, you was getting taxed at the end of the year out of nowhere. And I was
Hmm.
like, that's where the so-called scam came in, and people didn't really realize what was going on. And then when you bring it up, people was like, "Oh no, no, no," and we was like, "Yes, yes, yes, this is technically happened." I don't want to get in cheap insurance, and some people lost their original doctors and stuff like that. Like me personally, I lost my doctor. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? This person had my medical records of, you know what I'm saying, my birth and who my biological parents was. And so when me switching states and that got put into hand, yes, I lost the opportunity to do business with her and keep that in touch.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah, it's a lot of things
and
that wasn't that was wrong with Obama that I'm not about to get into today. But yeah,
yeah, please don't
he-
ever switch microphones and stuff in the middle of a show because you never know what you be doing. Because I was just going through hell these last 2 seconds, 2 minutes. Couldn't hear nothing. All right, y'all. We at the last 9 minutes. If everybody just open conversation, free to talk about anything or which I want to bring up for the next show tomorrow. Or my new people that just come through. How y'all feel about the show coming on here for the first time? Was did y'all feel uncomfortable? Did I attack y'all? You know, did you
I
know what I'm
didn't feel
saying?
uncomfortable at all. I liked
And
it.
what you liked it? And what other topics would you like for us to bring up and discuss in further future?
Mm. I know
yeah.
you are more on the politics side, but I'm not. I don't know. Let me see. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's whatever you want. Like if you see something and you keep that video or send it to him and we'll play it and discuss it. It's open to whatever because I'm not a politic person either. So
Okay. Okay.
Yes, I have
look,
learned to do
sometimes when
what
they
I
start
call.
going into politics, I just be quiet because I don't be knowing and I just be trying to learn.
I just try to include politics into matter that happens to show politics where politics fall into the matters of everyday situations. And
Yeah,
that's what
I'm
I
medium.
understandable. But yet again, this is why I'm asking at the end, like, what are the things? What are topics? Because, for instance, let's just, I guess, let me do it like this. What do y'all want me to discuss? Because I look up almost anything.
Like what? Like relationships? Like what?
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
yeah.
know.
Relationships sound good. Yeah, relationships sound good.
Okay, so we're
No,
gonna
y'all
talk.
don't want me
So
to get on no relationship.
Yeah, now let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. It's needed. It's needed.
it's needed. Okay, we can discuss
Okay,
about
can I explain why it's
relationships.
needed?
I guess.
Can I explain why it's needed?
Well, it's different types of relationships, so it really depends on the topic of relationship.
Yeah, because we could talk about parental relationships, just regular
Oh,
friendships, siblingships.
Listen here. Hey,
Or
for
or
once in
is
my
or
life,
or is marriage important for real to certain people? Is it not?
okay, yeah, we can do that. I mean, as long as the host want to do it, because
Look at the host looking dragged out. He don't like relationships. Look,
oh, so no, we can't
look.
talk. We can't talk about that. Then
yes, you
No,
we
but
can.
can't
Yes, you
talk about
can.
it.
Yes, yes, yes,
but
yes,
I was
yes, you
about
can.
to say this, right? Now let's see how your ratings do with one relationship episode.
But I would like to try to make it even. at least have multiple girls in here. I don't want nobody to feel like they get ambushed because it's stuff like that. You know,
Now women,
So how many?
please
How many people are you trying to have on here?
at least 3 women, so you know what I'm saying, we have different perspective to have a discussion.
Where's your girl that was just in here? Where she went?
Who?
The one
that was sitting beside you.
She disappeared on us.
Who's that to you though? Who's that to you?
Oh, that's I used to work for her at Burger King.
Okay.
So this is her first time trying to see if this comfortable.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? And we finna be roommates because, you know, we both trying to move and stuff like that. Now, I don't know. I really don't know nothing. Once again, I'm gonna say this on live. I really don't know nobody on her like that. And she would be in the same token. I really don't know her either. So far as what y'all gonna bring to the table, what we're gonna talk about in the discussion, and what y'all gonna say, I would have not a clue.
And I don't feel like
I get it. I get what you're saying. You don't want it to be any conflict.
No. And I don't want nobody to feel uncomfortable. But I understand if she here, but y'all see she was here and she barely said anything.
I'm just saying because when we did say in the earlier when we first came on, we were saying about relationship. She looked like she would have been down to talk about relationship.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, okay, all right.
And I want to say this. I want to say this too. I would say it's okay to ask what you want to talk about, but I feel like we shouldn't premeditate the conversation. Let it flow.
It just flows. It just flows.
Right. Agree.
That's what I'm saying. Even though, like how you said, we don't really, you know what I'm saying, know each other, and we getting to know each other, but our chemistry is how it is already. So
that's a fact.
Right. And even if
it's not
even if we don't agree with everything, just like C. Marie and I'm sorry, I don't know your name, and the other person said, just let it flow.
Oh, E-Dub, yeah.
E-Dub, yeah.
Hey, I appreciate it, y'all. I appreciate it so much. I can't wait to make the shorts of this and see what they turn out to. This is interesting. If y'all would like to come by and tune in until next time, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're watching this. Until next time, I appreciate it. Love y'all. We out. Peace.
God bless.